So today's topic is program implementation of list. Now in this particular program we will see various member functions of list and how we can use list container. Now first of all we need to include the specific header file for the container, and I'm using list as a header file because in the program I'm going to use list container or list class template. First of all, we are making a display user defined function. Now what is the role of this function? It will help us to display the content of the list as per the object is passed to it. So whatever object we are passing to this particular function, that will be taken by L, and then the values of list are displayed with the help of iterator. So iterator P will be pointing towards the beginning and it will move up to the end of the list with pointer arithmetic of 1, and with the help of dereferencing operator we are displaying the value at that particular address. So when the loop is running for all of its iterations, all the values of the list will be displayed. Now what is the purpose of making this function? The purpose is very much clear. No need to write the iterator code again and again. We can simply pass the object of the list and the values of the list will be displayed. Now coming to the main function, we are first creating list1, where list1 is a zero size list. Now this is the syntax of class template object creation. The class template or the data structure or the container, that is sequential container or sequence container, is list. And in angular brackets we are specifying the specific type, that is integer. It means we wish to store integer values in this particular container. We can have zero size list also. Later on this size can be changed as per the elements which are feeding into the list. Then we have list2 with initial size 5. Now with the help of push underscore back member function of list class template, we are inserting 3 elements into the list1. So the loop is running from 0 to less than 3. It means the I values will be 0, 1, 2, and we are pushing the I values into the list. So whatever is the value of I, that will become the element of the list. So initially the value of I is 0, so 0 will be inserted at the back of the list. So the first element is 0, and then 1, and then 2. So insertion is happening here at the back with the help of push underscore back, and 3 elements are there, 0, 1 and 2. If we want to verify whether these elements are there in the list or not, we can simply call display user defined function, and we are passing list1 as an object. So list1 will be taken by L, which is a reference variable, and all the values of list1 will be visible on the screen through this particular logic. Now in the next part of the code, we are again making one iterator P, which is pointing towards the beginning of list2 and moving up to the end of the list2 with an increment of 1. So asterisk P is equal to 1 will run for all of the iterations. It means all elements of list2 will have 1. The initial size of list2 was 5, so all the 5 elements of list2 will be 1. We can verify after displaying it on the screen. So display list2 will give all the 5 elements as 1 on the screen. Now after this we are pushing one element at the front with the help of push underscore front. Push underscore front means we are inserting the element at the beginning of the list. So here which list we are talking about? It is list1. So list1 dot push underscore front 100. So the previous content was 0, 1, 2 for list1. After pushing 100 at the front, the elements of the list1 will become 100, 0, 1 and 2. We can display with the help of display user defined function again. So now you can see the utility of display. No need to write the iterator code again and again. We can simply display the values of list. Remember, subscript operator will not work for list, so we need to create the iterator always. Now after this we are using another member function pop underscore front. The role of pop underscore front is to remove the element from the beginning of the list. From list2 we are deleting the first element, so the content of the list 2 was 5 ones. So if the first one is deleted, the remaining elements will be 4 ones. And that we can see with the help of display user defined function again. So pop underscore front will delete the element from the beginning. The next member function we are using here is sort. Sort will simply arrange the elements of the list in ascending order by default. So list 1 was having content 100, 0, 1 and 2, and after sorting the content of the list 1 will become 0, 1, 2 and 100. That we can see with the help of display user defined function again. Now we are sorting list 2 also by writing list 2 dot sort. So now list 2 will be sorted, although all the elements of list 2 are 1, so there will be no effect. But still the sorting has happened, so all the 4 ones are there. Then we have merging. Merging can happen with the help of merge member function. So how to use it? You will write list 1 dot merge list 2. So it will be like the content of list 2 will be combined with list 1. So the changes will happen in list 1. No change will happen in list 2. So after merging, we can think the content of two lists are like this: 0, 1, 200 and then 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So after merging, sorting will happen automatically and the content of list 1 will be like this. Okay, this is the inherent property of merge operation, and after merging the content of both the lists will be sorted in ascending order by default. So this will be the final content after merging: 0, 5 ones, then 2 and 100. We can display the merge effect also with the help of display user defined function again. The final member function is reverse. Reverse will display the elements in opposite order. So if sort is used to display the elements in ascending order, you can display your elements in reverse order also with the help of reverse member function. So just apply the reverse after sorting, you will get your elements in descending order: 102, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 and then 0. We can display also with the help of display user defined function. So the notable member functions we have covered here are begin, end, push back, size, pop front, push front, sort, merge, reverse, and even clear can also work. So clear will also remove all the elements of the list as we were using in vector. We can check the output of this code. We can see here, this is the content of first list 0, 1, 2. This is the content of second list 5 ones. Then pushing element at front, the content of list 1 became 100, 0, 1, 2. Then popping element from front, the first one is deleted and 4 ones are there. Then we are sorting the first list. So after sorting, the answer was 0, 1, 2, 100. Then we were sorting second list, 4 ones are there. After that we were merging two lists. The answer is 0, 1, 1, 1 and up to 100. So the sorting happened automatically and the final output was reverse from 100 to 0. So this is the output which is verified. We have seen all these outputs phase by phase when the explanation was done. Thank you.